Want to speak real Urdu from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at urdupod101.com.
Hello. 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 आप कैसे हैं? Hi. How are you? So hi and hello is basically the same thing in Urdu, and we translate it as hello. It's a very casual word, and you can use it with your friends, family, with anyone, I guess. Subah bakhair. Good morning. Subah bakhair. Good morning. Subah bakhair, आपका दिन अच्छा गुजरेगा. Good morning. Have a nice day. Dopeher bakhair. Good afternoon. Dopeher bakhair. Good afternoon. Dopeher bakhair. Dopeher ka khana kha liya. Good afternoon. Have you done lunch? I think this word is not very commonly used in Pakistan. Instead, I would recommend to use Assalamu alaikum or hello whenever you meet some person. You don't have to keep track of time as in like good morning, good afternoon, or good night. It's not very common. Shabba bakhair. Good night. Shabba bakhair. Good night. Shabba bakhair. Kal milenge. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow. This word is not very commonly used again, but maybe typical Urdu-speaking families might be using it. You can use it with your friends, family, and also you can use it formally. Anyway, it's a good word to remember. Aapka naam kya hai? What's your name? Aapka naam kya hai? What is your name? You can use this sentence with anyone. Any new person you meet, just ask the question, what's your name? Aapka naam kya hai? Main Afra hoon. I am Afra. Main Afra hoon. I am Afra. So, if you observe in this sentence, after main, you have to use your name and then hoon. In any kind of place, you can just use it to tell other people your name. I am Afra. Main Afra hoon. Try it with your name. Aapse milkar khushi hui. Nice to meet you. Aapse milkar khushi hui. Nice to meet you. Probably you'll be using it a lot in your formal meetings with new people. Aap kaise hain? How are you? Aap kaisi hain? How are you? Aap kaise hain? How are you? Aap kaisi hain? How are you? So if you have observed, I've used kaisi and kaise. Kaisi is used for female and kaise is used for male. मैं ठीक हूँ, शुक्रिया, और आप? I'm fine, thanks, and you? मैं ठीक हूँ, शुक्रिया, और आप? I'm fine, thanks, and you? So you can use this sentence to ask the other person when you reply that you are okay. बराहे मेहरबानी, please. बराहे मेहरबानी, please. बराहे मेहरबानी मेरी मदद कीजिए. Please help me. Anywhere you want to use please, just add the word barahe meherbani. For example, please do this for me. Barahe meherbani, mere liye ye kaam kijiye. Aapka shukriya. Thank you. Aapka shukriya. Thank you. Meri madad karne ke liye aapka shukriya. Thank you for helping me. It can be used formal and it can also be used in an informal setting. That's pretty much it. Khushamdeed. You're welcome. Khushamdeed. You're welcome. I would say that this word is used a lot, but not in the context of saying you're welcome when somebody says thank you to you. This word is more used in the context of welcoming someone in your house or welcoming a customer in the restaurant. Ji haan. Yes. Ji haan. Yes. Ustad. आपने अपना काम मुकम्मल कर लिया है? Teacher, have you finished your work? शागिर्द, जी हाँ. Student, yes. Basically, when you need to give your consent to someone, when you just need to nod, when you just need to say yes, so you can use this word, ji haan. If you're in an informal setting, like with your friends or family, sometimes you can just say हाँ. जी नहीं. No. जी नहीं. No. आपने इम्तिहान की तैयारी कर ली है? Have you finished your preparation for exam? जी नहीं, no. If you're in an informal setting, I would recommend using just नहीं. ठीक है, okay, ठीक है, okay. ये आपके साथ ठीक है? Is it okay with you? This word is very commonly used in Pakistan. Mostly people use it at the end of almost all the sentences just to give their consent that they are okay with it. So, ठीक है, ठीक है, okay, ठीक है. माफ कीजिएगा. Excuse me. माफ कीजिएगा. Excuse me. माफ कीजिएगा, ये मेरी सीट है. Excuse me, this is my seat. This word is very polite and mostly used in a formal situation, or I would say like people you don't know with, you can use it, but definitely not with friends and family. क्या वक्त हुआ है? What time is it? क्या वक्त हुआ है? What time is it? You can use this sentence to ask time. Any part of the day is okay. बैतुल खला कहाँ है? Where is the restroom? बैतुल खला कहाँ है? Where is the toilet? बैतुल खला, toilet. In Pakistan, many people can speak English, so English has become a part of Urdu to some extent. So we use the word bathroom commonly instead of बैतुल खला. So if you go to a person and just say, bathroom kahan hai, it would be okay. Where is the toilet? Where is the bathroom? Instead of using the word बैतुल खला. कुछ देर इंतज़ार करें. Wait a moment. कुछ देर इंतज़ार करें. Wait a moment. It's a very formal sentence and I think it's a good one to remember. इसकी कीमत कितनी है? How much is this? इसकी कीमत कितनी है? How much is this? This kind of sentence can be used in any market and at any time and by anyone, male or female. बराहे मेहरबानी मुझे चेक मिल सकता है? Could I get the check please? बराहे मेहरबानी मुझे चेक मिल सकता है? Could I get the check please? There's more than one way of saying it. Instead of the word check, you can also use the word bill. Bill is the same as in English bill, like the billing. So I would recommend using that word more often. It's more understandable and more commonly used. Madad, help. Madad, help. मैं तूफान में फंस गया हूँ, मेरी मदद करे. I'm stuck in a storm, help me. Just saying the word madad doesn't make any sense, like help. Maybe it makes sense in English, but not in Urdu. So when you say in Urdu, you might need to add something to the word madad. For example, मेरी मदद करें, please help me. बराहे मेहरबानी मदद करें, please help. बाद में मिलते हैं, see you later. बाद में मिलते हैं, see you later. अभी मैं मसरूफ हूँ, बाद में मिलते हैं. I'm busy at the moment, see you later. This phrase is very commonly used among friends. मुझे मालूम नहीं, I don't know. मुझे मालूम नहीं, I don't know. You can use this phrase for anything, for any kind of information that you don't know. You can just say, मुझे मालूम नहीं, I don't know. Not just for information, but information related to a person. For example, where is Ali? Ali कहाँ है? मुझे मालूम नहीं, I don't know. खुदा हाफिज, goodbye. खुदा हाफिज, goodbye. जाने का वक्त है, खुदा हाफिज. It's time to go, goodbye. Waiter, waiter. Waiter को बुलाएं. Waiter को बुलाएं. Call the waiter. So, you guys, it's not a big deal. You can say it the way I just said it, waiter ko bulaye. But some people do tend to add the word baraye meherbani, which means please. So anything you do, just add the word in the beginning, baraye meherbani. So, baraye meherbani waiter ko bulaye. Please call the waiter. Menu, menu. मुझे मेन्यू दे दें. मुझे मेन्यू दे दें. Give me the menu. So again, please add the word baraye meherbani. If you want to say, please give me the menu, it would become like बराए मेहरबानी मुझे मेन्यू दे दें. Please give me the menu. Order. To order. आप क्या ऑर्डर देना पसंद करेंगी? आप क्या ऑर्डर देना पसंद करेंगी? What would you like to order? So basically guys, if you're asking a guy, it would become like आप क्या ऑर्डर देना पसंद करेंगे? But if it's a woman, then आप क्या ऑर्डर देना पसंद करेंगी? So please check our verb lessons in order to have more clear understanding of sentence structures to use when you're talking to a woman, or what kind of grammar to use when you are addressing a man. Pani, water. मुझे पानी चाहिए. I need water. In Pakistan, usually the water in the restaurants, the tap water is free, but they would always like to sell you the bottled water, which is always for a charge, for sure. And it varies from restaurant to restaurant, and it's not a fixed price. So watch out for that. And I would say that even it's a bottled water, but there is no guarantee that it does not have mixed tap water inside. So yeah. मीठा, dessert. मीठे में क्या है? मीठे में क्या है? What is for the dessert? Basically, desserts are my favorite part of the dinner in a restaurant. And I always go along with molten lava cake. Do try it. It's really good. Khan Sama, बावर्ची, chef. वो एक माहिर खान सामा है. वो एक माहिर खान सामा है. He is an expert chef. You might have noticed that I used two words. One was Khan Sama and the other was Bawarchi. And you can use it for the word chef. You can choose which way you feel more natural in speaking. It means the same. Restaurant. Restaurant. Pakistani restaurant कहाँ है? Pakistani restaurant कहाँ है? Where is the Pakistani restaurant? So it's more logical if you use the sentence as like, where is the Pakistani restaurant you told me about? So that would be, वो पाकिस्तानी रेस्टोरेंट कहाँ है जिसके बारे में तुमने मुझे बताया था. जिसके बारे में तुमने मुझे बताया था. बिल. बिल. बिल कितना है? बिल कितना है? How much is the bill? The reply usually would be in terms of a receipt. They would just give you one, or some people might say ye le, there it is. Ye lijiye, there it is. But yeah, I think more commonly they just give you the receipt and that's it. Mazedar, delicious. Khana mazedar hai. Khana mazedar hai. The food is delicious. There are a number of words you can use for the word delicious in Urdu. For example, mazedar, zabardast, ala, lajwab. So it just depends upon how good you feel the food is. Markazi khana, main course. Markazi khane mein kya hai? Markazi khane mein kya hai? What is in the main course? I guess I've hardly ever heard this word. I mean, at least in my circle of friends, they just say, what is the food? Khana kya hai? Rather than saying markazi khana. But anyway, it's good to always know the proper word. In this series, you are going to learn basic Urdu expressions. It's super easy and it only takes 3 minutes. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to introduce yourself in Urdu. There are only 2 sentences you need to know. Assalamu alaikum. मेरा नाम अफरा है. आपसे मिलकर खुशी हुई. Hi, my name is Afra. Nice to meet you. Start by saying Assalamu alaikum. Then say मेरा नाम, then your name, and then say है. Please repeat after me. Assalamu alaikum. मेरा नाम, your name, है. Finally, say आपसे मिलकर खुशी हुई. आपसे मिलकर खुशी हुई. Together we have अस्सलामुअलैकुम। मेरा नाम अफरा है। आपसे मिलकर खुशी हुई। Let's take a closer look at the first sentence. First is the phrase Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum in Urdu is equivalent to hello. Next is mera, meaning my. This is a way to refer to yourself which can be used by both men and women. Next we have naam, meaning name. Then you say your name, and finally we have hai. Hai is attached to the end of the sentence and literally means to exist. In the first sentence, we have the construction mera plus naam plus your name plus hai. The structure of simple Urdu sentences is different from English. In Urdu, the word order is subject, object, verb. The second sentence we have is आपसे मिलकर खुशी हुई. आपसे मिलकर खुशी हुई can be used by both men and women. It means nice to meet you. It is used when meeting someone for the first time. आपसे मिलकर खुशी हुई. आपसे मिलकर खुशी हुई. Again, all together it is अस्सलामु अलैकुम. मेरा नाम अफरा है. आपसे मिलकर खुशी हुई. Now it's time for Afra's advice. Pakistani people do generally shake hands with people of the same gender and often hug them as well. If you're unsure, just say Assalamu alaikum and shake hands with people of the same gender as you. However, in a business situation or with people from the opposite gender, you might refrain from shaking hands. In the last lesson, you learned how to show gratitude to people by saying shukriya. In this lesson, you will learn some of the most common greetings used in Pakistan. क्या आप तैयार हैं? Are you ready? तो चलिए शुरू करें. So let's begin. Let's start with a greeting you are sure to have heard before. Assalamu alaikum. This is a phrase that is so closely associated with Pakistan and Islamic culture that it has become famous all over the world. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. The phrase Assalamu alaikum is actually Arabic for peace be on you. We use it as a formal as well as a friendly greeting. It's used when people meet at any time of the day, morning, noon, or evening. Use this and you will surely impress your Pakistani friends. In Urdu, using different greetings for each time of the day is not very common. When talking to friends, we usually just use the English phrases, but there are equivalent Urdu versions. They are just not used that often. If you meet someone before noon, you can say Subha bakhair. Subha bakhair. For later in the day, you can say Sham bakhair. Sham bakhair. But most of the time, you can just say Assalamu alaikum and not worry about it. Now let's move on to the expressions we use for saying goodbye in Urdu. A parting expression that we can use for all occasions is phir milenge, which means see you. Phir milenge. Phir milenge. The first word phir means again, and the second word milenge means we will meet. Let's look at one more expression. Alvida. Alvida is an Urdu word which means farewell. Alvida. Alvida. It is an appropriate choice when parting for a long time or forever. In the last lesson, you learned the most common forms of greetings in Urdu. Do you remember them? In this lesson, you are going to learn a very useful phrase. Do you speak English? If you find yourself in a situation where you need assistance in English, this phrase can be a lifesaver. And because you are asking it in Urdu, you can be sure that everyone will understand what you are saying, even if their answer is no. Let's start with the formal expression. First though, take note that in Urdu, verbs change depending on the number and gender of the noun. So when asking a man if he speaks English, you would say, क्या आप अंग्रेजी बोलते हैं? क्या आप अंग्रेजी बोलते हैं? But to ask a woman if she speaks English, you would say, क्या आप अंग्रेजी बोलती हैं? क्या आप अंग्रेजी बोलती हैं? Let's have a closer look. First, we have kya, a question marker which comes at the beginning of the sentence. Next is aap. This is the respectful word for you and is used in formal situations. You should always use it with people you don't know or with elders. Next, we have angrezi, which means English. Next is the verb bolte, meaning to speak. It is used when the subject is masculine. We use bolti when the subject is feminine. And finally, we have hain. Hain is a sentence ending particle used with aap. Once more, when asking a man, it's क्या आप अंग्रेजी बोलते हैं? And when asking a woman, क्या आप अंग्रेजी बोलती हैं? Now let's make this sentence informal. First, we need to use the informal version of you, which is tum. If we change the word for you, we will also change the sentence ending particle to ho. Everything else stays the same. When speaking to younger people, it's acceptable to use this informal form, in which case you will say, क्या तुम अंग्रेजी बोलते हो? To ask a young man or a boy, क्या तुम अंग्रेजी बोलते हो? And when you're asking a young woman or a girl, you will say, क्या तुम अंग्रेजी बोलती हो? क्या तुम अंग्रेजी बोलती हो? The responses you will receive could be one of these three. हाँ, yes, हाँ, थोड़ी बहुत, a little, थोड़ी, बहुत, नहीं, no, I don't, नहीं. Now let's review one more time. To ask a man in a formal situation if he speaks English, we would say, क्या आप अंग्रेजी बोलते हैं? And to ask a woman in a formal situation, we would say, क्या आप अंग्रेजी बोलती हैं? To ask a man in an informal situation, we would say, क्या तुम अंग्रेजी बोलते हो? And to ask a woman in an informal situation, we would say, क्या तुम अंग्रेजी बोलती हो? In the last lesson, you learned some words used when apologizing in Urdu, including maaf kijiye. In this lesson, you are going to learn numbers in Urdu. Yes, numbers, tadad, from 1 to 10. And you are going to learn them in only 3 minutes. 3 minute. Are you ready? Let's start. एक, एक, दो, दो, तीन, तीन, चार, चार, पाँच, पाँच, छः, छः, सात, सात, आठ, आठ, नौ, नौ, दस, दस. Okay, now repeat after me. I will say the numbers and give you time to repeat each one. एक, दो, तीन, चार, पाँच, छः, सात, आठ, नौ, दस. Great job. What is before ek? Do you know? It's 0, of course, which in Urdu is sifar. Sifar. Now you don't have any more excuses. You can give your friends your cell phone number in Urdu. Let's try it together. To say my phone number is in Urdu, first say the phrase Mera phone number then say your cell phone number and finally say hai. Mera phone number. Your phone number hai. For example, मेरा फ़ोन नंबर 902-557-224-8 है. Can you understand it by yourself? 902-557-224-8. Perfect. Now it's time for Afra's advice. Did you know that in Urdu, numbers have their own script that is similar to the Hindu-Arabic numeral system? Yes, that's right. They don't look like the numbers we are used to seeing in the Western world. But with just a little more effort, you can not only say the numbers in Urdu, you'll be able to read them as well. In the last lesson, you learned how to count in Urdu. I hope you spent some time practicing the numbers because they will come in handy in this lesson. You're going to learn how to go shopping in Pakistan. Before we go, you need to know how to say, how much is this? Iska daam kya hai? Iska daam kya hai? Are you ready to go shopping in Pakistan? Let's go. You see something you like and want to ask the shopkeeper how much it costs. The first thing to say to a shopkeeper is, maaf kijiye. Do you remember what that means? Excuse me. Maaf kijiye, iska daam kya hai? Excuse me, how much is this? Maaf kijiye, iska daam kya hai? If you want to be more specific when asking how much is this and refer to a certain type of object, you just need to insert the object in between the word iska, between is and ka. Let's see an example. Suppose you want to buy a hat in the market. Hat in Urdu is topi. So, how much is this hat? In Urdu is topi ka daam kya hai? Is topi ka daam kya hai? But what if you want to buy several things? Then you would have to use a new word, inka, which means these. Excuse me, how much are these? In Urdu is, maaf kijiye, inka daam kya hai? Maaf kijiye, inka daam kya hai? At this point, the shop clerk can answer by saying, iska daam, the price, then hai, or ye, the price, then ka hai. For example, iska daam 50 rupe hai, ye 50 rupe ka hai. What number is 50? I'm not telling you. Okay, it's 50. So altogether, this means it costs 50 rupees. Now it's time for Afra's advice. Another very common way of asking how much is it is, ye kitne ka hai? And if you want to be more specific and mention the thing you want to know the price of, all you need to do is insert the object after ye. Ye seb kitne ka hai? Which means, how much is this apple?
Great work! Here's a reward. Speed up your language learning with our PDF lessons. Get all of our best PDF cheat sheets and ebooks for free. Just click the link in the description.